Hello everybody, this is Dr. Weird and welcome to my Let's Play YouTube channel. In my channel I only play older games I played when I was a kid that got me into gaming in the first place, and I've already made a series of Let's Play Desperados, Wanted Dead or Alive. You can check it out on my channel where I played whilst setting myself a challenge, no kill challenge. The next game I want to show you guys is Gothic, or Gothic 1, since there are more of them. And this is the first RPG I've ever played, and it's still one of my favorites. I've also decided to play this game with a challenge, and I was thinking what challenge would that be. First I was thinking something like maybe no armor challenge, but then, you know, running around in my underpants wouldn't be that interesting to watch probably. So I've decided to make a new another challenge, and that would be no sleeping challenge. Like in most RPG games, sleeping restores your health and your mana in Gothic, and I will not be using it. Instead, I will have to ration my food, my potions, my drinks, and whatever to keep my health and my mana up. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's play Gothic.
The kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Corinus. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Corinus was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day. Another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. They'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you!
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram. Get up. I'm Diego.
I'm
I'm not interested in who you are. You've just arrived. I look after the new arrivals. That's all for now. If you plan to stay alive for a while, you should talk to me. But of course, I won't keep you from choosing your own destruction. Well, what do you think?
Okay, yeah, so this is Gothic, and this right here is Diego, the guy who saved us. Now you can just talk to him, or you can just press end and be on your way. I'm gonna talk to him just for you guys who haven't played this in a while, or who haven't played this at all, to see what it's like. Because he gives you information about what this place is and stuff like that.
Okay, what do I need to know about this place?
We call it the Colony. You'll know already that we produce ore for the king. Well, at least we do, in the old camp. There are 3 camps within the barrier. The old camp is the biggest, and it was the first.
How do I get to the old camp?
You just follow this path. The old camp is the next reasonably safe-looking place you'll come across. There are a lot of wild beasts between the camps. You'd be mad to walk around without a weapon.
Where do I get a weapon?
When you get to the old mine, have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something useful. The mine is easy to find. It's just a few meters along the canyon.
Why did you help me?
Because you needed help. Otherwise, Bullet and his boys might have killed you. And I couldn't just stand by and watch, because I came all this way to make a suggestion.
A suggestion?
Yes. After this little incident with Bullet and his guys, you should be aware now that you need protection. Everyone who arrives here has a choice. There are 3 camps in the colony, and you'll have to join one of them. I'm here to show the new ones that the old camp is the best place for them.
Where's Bullet now?
He and the others bring the goods from the outside world into the camp. You'll find him there, but if you plan to fight him, be careful. He's an experienced warrior.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Really?
I was given it by a mage shortly before they threw me in here.
You're lucky I can't afford to show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that letter. That's because the mages pay their couriers a lot, and most people here don't have anything. If I were you, I'd shut up until I met one of the mages. Although in your situation, that's not likely to happen.
Why not?
The mages are in the castle in the old camp. Only Gomez's people are allowed to enter the castle.
Who's Gomez?
Gomez is the most powerful ore baron. He's the boss of the old camp, the most powerful man in the colony.
Let's assume I want to join his people. What do I need to do?
At the gate of the castle, you'll find a man called Thoris. Tell him Diego sent you.
Okay, that's it.
Thanks for your help.
We'll meet in the old camp.
Okay, so there are no quick saves in this game, so I'll just have to always save like this. Okay, yeah, so this is the environment. In this game you can use mouse, but it's actually easier if you play just with your keyboard. You move around with arrows. You can jump with Alt plus forward. And let's just go. You interact with stuff, for example, like talking to people with Control plus arrow forward. The controls are a little bit, well, bad, how should I put it, but once you get used to it, it's totally fine. As you see, I can talk with Diego again about this stuff, but I don't need to. You can see those 2 guards up there. They have nothing important to say, but you know, if you're new to this game, I suggest you talk to as many people as you can. So since we don't have a weapon, we can punch these meat bugs, which will give us some experience, and we can pick up the bug meat. Oh, what's it called? I don't know. Let's check. Yeah, bug meat. So yeah, the point of this game is to, I mean, in this first chapter, as you heard, we have to join one of the 3 camps. There are 3 camps. The last, well, okay, I'll get to that later. You pick up stuff by control and right arrow towards your stuff. So on the left side we have stuff in the chest, and on the right side we have stuff in our inventory. So control plus right. If you want to put stuff back in the chest, you go to your inventory and control plus left. You put stuff back, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, so pick blueberries. You can eat those to restore your health, or you can sell them for some money. In this game, the money, the currencies, or nuggets. Everything. The trading system in this game is not really well made. Okay, so you open up your as you saw, we picked up old sword. We open our inventory with the backspace, and then we choose with left and right. We choose weapons. You see, we have no armor, no magic scrolls or runes, no artifacts. We have some food, beer, no potions, writings. This is the leather that mage gave us, and you see, leather seal must not be opened. So we choose weapon with control. Oh crap! Oh crap! This got too close. If you get too close to monsters, they will chase you, and then you can just run away. So you choose weapon again with control. Press forward. You draw your weapon with space. Let's just save and get fighting. You fight with control, left, right, and forward, and if you press control and back, you defend. You put your weapon down again with space. See, ore nugget, our first currency. Yay, we're rich. Let's just see if there's stuff to pick up. I've played this game not that long ago, actually. For example, Desperados, it's been years since I've played them. But this game, I think it's probably, I don't know, like a year or 2 years maybe. Not that long ago, so I still know stuff. This is another chest. You can pick up stuff faster. For example, right now I'm picking stuff one by one, as you can see. If you press control plus shift plus right, you pick more things at a time. Torch, pickaxe. See this poor guy? God rest his soul. Or gods in this case. In this game there are several gods. I guess we will come to that later. Oops. You jump like this, the way I'm jumping on stuff. You move as closer to the wall as you can. Press Alt and forward. That's it. So on this plateau there are a couple of more. Oh, once you have more weapons, you can draw your weapon by pressing 1 as well, because 2... Oh, see, he bit me. A little bit of my health is gone. Oh, crap. Damn, rusty. And our fighting is crap, because, you know, we're level 1, of course. You can actually move faster by jumping like this. I don't know if I should use it. Why not? I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous, but you know. Club. This is also a weapon, but our rusty sword is actually better, so I'm just gonna leave it. So I saw somebody. Yeah. No. Ooh, son of a bitch. I can't believe this happened. Okay, so you load by clicking load, of course. I should save more frequently. Didn't realize goblins do that much damage actually. Pick stuff up. Pick it up, pick it up. I've yet to decide how I'm gonna make parts. Oh, like with Desperados, one video was one mission, but here I don't know. We'll get to that later, I guess. Now we come for revenge. Whoa, son of a! Damn, I'm crap. Pick this club up. Ah, save, whatever. Yeah, oh. But since I'm not, I should be more careful. Oh, son of a. Since I gotta mind my health because I'm bleeding. Well, this could get annoying. Yeah, the bleeding. I'm gonna settings, game, gore. Little more. Much it was. Okay, I'll put it on more. Let's see if I'm bleeding now. Still am. Or maybe it's just left from before. Yeah, I'm not anymore. It's fine now. Okay, okay, this is it for the plateau. You gotta be careful when jumping off stuff because you can die fairly easy that way. Jumping. Ooh, crap. The mechanics of falling down in this game are weird. Well, you'll see it probably during the gameplay. Right about here, by that tree, we will get a better weapon. Oh, torch. An arrow. Keep forgetting to press Control plus forward because in Gothic 2, only Control is enough. You can see the weapons are sorted out by their damage. The top weapon is always the one that does most damage. In this case, it's not that much more, you know, every bit counts. Should probably eat something too. Jesus. Well. Okay, you eat stuff by going food and again Control plus forward. Yeah. Sorry about that. Again, pick stuff up. Yeah, so you can select your weapon, your melee weapon, close range weapon by pressing 1, and if you have a bow or a crossbow, you select that by pressing 2. Go. Okay, yeah, so that in the distance. I keep getting phone calls. Okay, right about here you can see more scavengers over there on that piece of island. Okay.
thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
These guys are hunters. And you can...
Hey, you.
What do you want?
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be entering our hunting ground.
What do you hunt?
Mostly scavengers. There's a lot of meat on them. Besides, it ain't too hard to get them, once you know how.
Really? How's that?
Ask my friend Drax here. He knows more about these things than anyone.
Why is this area so dangerous?
You've just arrived, haven't you? There are different areas in this colony which are all more or less dangerous. The paths between the camps are quite safe, but even there you might come across some wolves which look on you as easy prey. And that's exactly what you are until you get a proper weapon and armor.
Where can I get better equipment?
The nearest place is that old camp. Just follow the path that brought you here. But you can get the stuff cheaper in our new camp, provided you know the right people. If you go to the old camp, ask for Mordrag. He's one of us. For just a little ore, he'll sell you the proper goods.
Tell me more about the areas of the colony.
If you travel between the camps, you'll need a map to distinguish paths and dead ends. Dead ends often lead you to dangerous canyons where you encounter creatures you'd better avoid. Do not enter the old ruins. There are too many around here, and most of them are old fortifications dating back to the time of the First Orc War. Some are abandoned orc dwellings. There are often orcs in those ruins, or even worse creatures. I'd avoid those places, especially at night. And one more hint, don't go into the forest.
Where do I get a map?
Ask the people in the old camp. There's a cartographer living there. Maybe you can steal one of his maps. If you manage to do it, take one from me as well.
Why? Doesn't he sell the maps?
If you get enough ore to pay for them.
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so friendly, kid. There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even beat you up for a pickaxe.
I'll keep it in mind.
You can see how their armor is a little bit different than from Diego's armor. Their armor is like bluish, and Diego's was red. Red is the color of the old camp, blue is the color of the new camp. These guys are from the new camp. They probably mentioned it.
You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do to start with. Then we'll see.
Here you are. Take a beer and tell me about hunting.
Scavengers. That's what we call the big birds. Should be attacked one after the other. It's easy to lure single scavengers from the pack. If you come too close, they'll become irritated. After a while, they'll storm in your direction. At this point, you should be waiting for them with a raised weapon. If you manage to strike the beast before it hits you, you have to keep fighting. Then you'll be able to defeat the creature without being hurt yourself. If it hits you first, well, just don't let him.
So this tactic basically works for every creature there is, every group of creatures. You know, you just go near enough for one of them to notice you, and then you lure them out of the pack and fight them 1 versus 1. Some creatures, so with some creatures that doesn't work. They all like wolves. They always hunt in packs.
What else can you tell me about hunting?
A lot, but it'll cost you more than a beer. If you know how, you can take the creature's teeth, claws, and skin. It's hard to get them, but they are valuable. At least every merchant will trade those things with you.
Okay, you can see we can learn stuff from this guy.
You're demanding a lot for your advice.
Possibly, but you can earn a lot of ore with this knowledge. All the animals you kill without knowing how to cut them up will just rot away. That's a wasted opportunity of skinning them and selling the fur at a high price. If I were you, I'd try to gain this knowledge as soon as possible.
This isn't actually a bad thing to know all of these things, because they do bring a lot of money. But I don't think I'll be learning that stuff. Hmm. Holy crap, I'm so... Ah! You see? Those... I didn't kill the... These guys came and shot him with a bow. And I didn't get experience for that, so I'm just gonna load. Because I want experience. Man, I'm so rusty at fighting. I gotta learn. I gotta learn swordsmanship, one-handed swordsmanship. Oh, you can see these guys. Ah, crap! They killed one. My experience. See, these guys are have red armor. They belong to the old camp. You can talk to them. Nothing will happen. Whatever.
Make sure you get to the old camp. They're holding a pickaxe for you. Let me pass.
If you don't pass, they will punch you. They will steal your money and stuff. So just let them pass, because so far we couldn't kill 2 scavengers. I mean, I'm a bit rusty, but once you get into this game, even at this stage, you can actually fight quite a bit. This is actually the game that I learned English from this game a lot, and because as you may have noticed, every time you talk to people, you have different stuff to say, to ask, and sometimes you have to choose your words carefully, because if you say wrong stuff, you get yourself killed, and this is gonna be the first example right now. These gate guards. So let's just save and let's see what I'm talking about.
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
So if you say Diego sent me, it's okay. If you say I want to take a look around, it's okay. But if you try to be a funny guy and say,
Sure, I plan to take on the whole camp.
Hey, this guy's funny. I don't like funny guys.
and then
Try that again, and you'll regret it.
and they steal from you. Okay. Let's just say,
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
Diego sends me.
Diego says I'm to meet him in the camp.
Okay, in you go then.
Any news?
Nah, everything's the same as ever.
And there we go. New camp. Old camp.
Time now.
See this barrel here? We can play cowards and hide in it.
Like to be in his
I think, yes. Whee! When orcs attack, we know where to go.
Hang on, better not go with them.
Diego is right over here, and Taurus, the entrance to the castle, the guard Diego told us about, is right here. We can't enter the castle, because...
Hold it.
What's up?
You can't enter the castle without permission. Now get out of here.
Because only Gomez's people can get in. If you keep trying to get in, they will attack you, and then they will probably... I think these guys will actually kill you.
Wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
That's really not my
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for
It
him?
was obvious that there would be
Because Diego says so. You see, we have the option, I have a letter for High Mage. Diego advised us not to tell anybody about the letter, but even if we do, nothing will happen, at least I think so. But still, I will keep it a secret.
maybe.
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego. Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you. And if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
There must be something you want done.
No, the things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
If you're persistent enough, he actually has something.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Where can I find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, so I meant to save and make a new video before I enter the old camp, so I'm just gonna do it now. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.